I'd like to thank you for joining us this evening for this weekend devotional. This evening hour, this afternoon, the sun was high and hot. And it's been the first day I've had a chance to really try to put any plants in. And so we picked up some tomatoes and cucumbers and things and began to put them out in the garden spots that we have. And as we put them out, I tried to get them watered. But as I got back to the tomatoes, I realized that within just that short period of time, they had begun to wilt and fall over already. And began thinking about this idea that as I began to put a little water on them, they began to freshen. In just a few moments, they were standing upright in crisp leaves, even in the wind that we were having. I want us to think about this idea of refreshing our souls. We become distraught sometimes. We come under pressure. We don't know where to go to. We don't think about what we need. We become downtrodden, maybe. I want us to listen to David in Psalm 24, 142. He says a maskil of David when he was in the cave, when he was fighting Saul and having difficulty. He said, with my voice I cry out to the Lord. With my voice I plead for mercy to the Lord. I pour out my complaint before him. I tell my trouble before him. When my spirit faints within me, you know my way. In the path where I walk, they have hidden a trap for me. Look to the right and see. There is none who takes notice of me. No refuge remains to me. No one cares for my soul. I cry to you, O Lord. I say, you are my refuge, my portion in the land of the living. Attend to my cry, for I am brought very low. Deliver me from my persecutors, for they are too strong for me. Bring me out of prison, that I may give thanks to your name. The righteous will surround me, for you will deal bountifully with me. You see, this idea of wanting someone to care for us, someone who is directing us, someone who is leading us, someone who is holding us up. His next Psalms is that about his soul thirsting for God, seeking for that refreshment. See, God says he will be with us always. He will care for us. He will love us. He is our Father. So often we forget that. So often we miss that point. That we can go to God in prayer. We can go to him in his scripture. And we can begin to read and we begin to look and see his power and his might. We begin to see his love for his people, even in a situation when we're in distress. We live here on an earth that is evil and full of sin. God doesn't remove the sin, it's here. Man's brought it. He helps us to deal through it. He helps us to withstand. He gives us that refreshing that we need to continue on to be steadfast. If we will go to his word, if we'll go to him in prayer, seeking him, looking to him each day, because it's a battle. In 144, Psalms 144, David says, blessed be the Lord my rock, who trains my hand for war and my fingers for battle. He is my steadfast love and my fortress, my stronghold and my deliverer, my shield, and he in whom I take refuge. He subdues people under me. Our battle is against Satan. It's against evil. It's against sin. You see, our Father will hold us up. Our Father will help us to stay steadfast in him, to seek his word, to give us a refreshing. I want us to think about that idea of refreshing. It's somewhat like the other day. It had been a long time since we had any rain. And then rain fell for 3 or 4 hours and we got a half inch. Not much rain. But see, it purified the air. It brought forth new life. As I looked into those flower gardens that I had, that I could not get those flowers to come up with any amount of water. And yet that little bit of rain, and I went out and flowers were coming up within 24 hours. See, God has the power to refresh us. God has the power to strengthen us. And He is willing, if we will follow Him, if we will seek Him, if we will seek His words, if we will seek Him in prayer, He begins to lift us up. He begins to give us a fresh start, something new to look forward to, because so often what we see out in the world is evil and difficult and hard. And as I said, He doesn't take those things away, but He helps us. He helps us to stand firm. He helps us, and He gives us that which we need to remain fresh, to remain ready, to remain willing, seeking to do His will each day, seeking Him only as our refuge, no one else. If we'll do those things, we can be refreshed. We can be strengthened. I want to thank you for being here today, and may God bless each one of you.